Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Yogi Bear in Yogi Bear's Goldrush for the Game Boy. In this game, the funds for Jellystone Park, or Jellystone Park, apparently I can't associate the real one from the not real one, and it's not even been a minute. The funds for Jellystone Park have been stolen by an evil ghost named Jake. And apparently, Ranger Smith is not the one who is going to be able to get them back. It's Yogi Bear for some weird reason. And so, we're playing as Yogi Bear. We're finding all the gold again. And if we can find all the gold, all the funds, Jellystone Park won't be forced to close down. Anyway, you can go to the options menu and set the number of attempts or lives and the number of retries or continues. You start out with 3 lives and 1 continue by default. I'm just going to keep it at those settings, though you can set it continues to 0 or 2. And I believe you can start with anywhere from 1 to 5 lives or attempts. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the game. And as soon as we start the game, we are on the world map. There are 6 levels in all, and we start out in the forest. So, let's press start, and let's begin. Better if I didn't pause. From left to right at the bottom of the screen, you have your current amount of health. You start with 3 hits, but you can go up to 5. You have your current score below that. To the right of all that is your lives, your current amount of picnic baskets, and your current amount of coins. Picking up 100 picnic baskets only gets you like 1,010 points. And I believe picking up the coins does something really good. Like, I'm pretty sure it will give you a continue if you know what you're doing. And I just took a dumb hit right there. You want to be really careful with doing things in this game because it's really easy to take a hit when you don't think you will. And you move around with left or right. You jump with A. And if you know what you're doing, with left and A, you can get a 1-up right off the bat, right there. Which is really cool. Also, enemies can only go so far before they disappear. Imagine that. Anyway, the birds take 1 hit to defeat, but the mushrooms take 2. They get buried into the ground, and then you have to wait for them to come back up before you can hit them again. There's a rock here, but you can easily walk under it. It does crumble after a little while. Also, I should mention that the mushrooms move faster after the first hit, so there is that. That's an enemy right there that we just jumped on. That too. And the rocks just disappear like every other enemy. That apple that was throbbing a little bit, that gives you 1 hit point back if you collect it. You definitely want to keep your health high throughout this game because you're going to be forced to look for lives as you go through this game. And it's not easy. And the picnic baskets won't give you lives if you collect 100 of them. I don't know if the coins give you a life or a continue if you collect enough of them, because I haven't really managed to do that during my practice run. So we're going to be finding out eventually through us playing the game, or well, me playing the game really. And, can't believe I locked myself out of that. If you go down there and you go to the right, you'll find a hidden path that leads to another 1-up. Those bear blocks pop up when you jump around, and they act as platforms that pop up in the air that can get you to places you couldn't originally get to. sometimes they can lead to stuff that's really good, like the vaults that lead to the gold. So there is that. And what do you know? We've managed to find even more health, which I'll gladly take, and promptly lose after jumping into that. Great job, me. Those things are trampolines. You jump on them, you get knocked into the air. If you hold A, you'll be knocked up even higher into the air, which can be very useful. Also, totally using these platforms at first before we eventually have to go down. And there's some more platforms. There's not much to the left, if I remember. Yeah, not much to the left. I'm not going to be able to find everything in this game, but I will find all the vaults. I will be doing that because there's more than one ending to this game. And it's all dependent on whether or not you collect all of the gold, whether or not you open up all of the vaults and get all of the gold bars. There are 12 gold bars, no, 24 gold bars in the game. 2 in each vault, and there's 2 vaults in each level. And I'm definitely going to go out of my way to find both of the vaults in this level, as well as both of the vaults in every level, in order to get the good ending. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I might as well go ahead and mention the spider. The spider blinks when its eyes when you get close enough, and then it comes down. Keep that in mind when you're trying to avoid it. Also, double worm. Unlike the single worm, it just bounces around and can be easily jumped on. And now we are in a cave. Those are obviously spikes. You do not want to run into those in any way. And there's something with stars down there. We'll be able to get to it eventually. You can duck with down, but it doesn't really... Aside from crouching, it doesn't really do much else. You can't look up or down in this game. Also, as mentioned earlier, you can find hidden walls in this game. And you can pass through them to find stuff you normally wouldn't be able to get to. Be careful when jumping near edges. It is possible to walk off the edge a little too easily and lose a hit point when you don't want to. And there's a hidden wall right here. Incredibly. And I do not need to pick up these picnic baskets, or picnic baskets as Yogi Bear likes to call them, but they're there, so I might as well. And if I know what I'm doing, I should be able to get to the thing that we saw earlier with the stars that were moving around a little bit. And there it is. By jumping into this weird sphere with stars around it, you go to this vault. When you go in the vault, there are 25 coins you need to pick up. You want to make sure you grab them all. And of course, you'll see a picture of Ranger Smith at the end telling you where the exit is. Then you'll leave the vault. And once you go back to the level proper, everything will have respawned. So if you want to pick up more picnic baskets, you can. I don't think you can get extra lives based on points, though I may be proven wrong as I play through this game. We shall see. Anyway, we need to make our way down and to the right if we want to continue on with our adventure. And there is a mushroom right there. We'll jump on that. And yeah, we just get points for collecting 100 of these things. Nothing more. And this leads to the exit. Now, to make our way up. And there will be the occasional spider and mushroom as we make our way up, but we can easily take care of everything here. And of course, there's also some blocks, which we do want to trigger if we want to make getting up here a little bit easier. If you hold A, you'll keep jumping. That may be good or bad depending on what your situation is. But anyway, we're going to go... Whoa. Well, I didn't want to go there, but I guess I don't have much of a choice now, do I? After falling like that. There are spikes here. You don't want to fall into them. You don't want to touch them in any way. There's a bunny enemy up there. And it takes multiple hits to defeat. Unlike these worms. There's an apple down there. And I thought I could get my hands on it. I don't want to go all the way to the right there, because there are some tricky jumps that involve, I guess you could say, some really tough platform placement. So I'm just going to go up here and be very careful how I go places. Be very careful how I go places. And while we're nearing the end here... Uh-oh. There we go. I have to say, where are the platforms? Yeah, we need those platforms if we want to get up these clouds and go from left to right. We also need to wait on this moving cloud platform and ride it to a vault. Now we found the other one. And this is the second and final vault of our first world of the game. Here you want to bounce off the trampolines while holding A. And apparently you just need to hold A before you land to get the higher jump. You don't need to do any weird timing or anything. And we need to get all 25 of the coins here. And there we go. We are done with our second and last safe, and we end up down here. Interestingly, this is what happened. This is what would have come from doing all that jumping to get up here. And there are the platforms. Oh boy. What am I gonna do here? I can't go back down. I can't use down and A to go down these platforms. So I'm gonna have to go back down a little bit and go this way. There we go. Really? I forgot that worm was there. But now we're back, and we can carefully make our way over to the right, where we can then exit the level. We get 50 points for each picnic basket we have at the exit, and for every 25 coins that we have, we get a gold bar. I'm guessing you can't get 100 coins, so I guess getting 100 coins gets you nothing then. Well, but at least we do have 2 gold bars, and there are 2 gold bars in every level, which means it's 12 and not 24 like I thought it was. I cannot remember anything to save my life as I record this. And now we are headed to the second level of the game, which takes place in the clouds. And we will head to the clouds in the next video. So join me next time where we play the second level of Yogi Bear and Yogi Bear's Goldrush. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!